You're listening to the ESO Network, your station for all things geek.
In a world filled with cigars, craft beer, comics, movies, and video games,
only two men are brave enough to search out all things nerdy.
It's the Cigar Nerds Podcast!
And welcome to the Cigar Nerds Podcast. I'm your host, Smokin' Joe.
I'm Brad Jackson.
And what am I smoking this week? Well, I'm smoking the LFD Suave.
Are you feeling very suave?
Like Rico Suave.
I see what you did there.
I think the full name is La Flor Dominicana Suave Natural Maximo. This guy has a Ecuadorian Corojo wrapper over Mexican San Andreas binder and a filler blend of Dominican tobaccos.
Nice Dominican on the list, huh?
Oh, yeah. A little bit of baked goods flavors up front, like a sourdough, like a pretzel. Maybe a little bit of black pepper.
Interesting. Sourdough. I've never heard that used in a cigar description before.
Well, it was like, but whatever description I read earlier was like damp pretzels, and I'm like, that sounds weird as shit. But I'm like, I guess that's kind of that pretzel bread, sourdoughy consistency. I'm trying to think of what damp pretzels would taste like. Usually, if your pretzels are damp, that's something's gone wrong. You shouldn't be eating those.
We spilled the beer and said pretzels.
The
salt has dissolved, and
the dog done peed in your pretzel bowl.
But then again, if you just called it, damp dough, people would be like, I'm not so interested. But the fact that it's got some crunch and a salt to it, if you call it a pretzel, now it's vastly different.
Yeah, if it's like, this bread is stale, I don't want to eat it. But this bread is stale and covered in salt. Good. That's why pretzels are weird.
But they are delicious.
But, and they possibly won't kill you. Like our topic this week, we're going to talk about a new horror movie, They Will Kill You, which we talked about the trailer on Nerd News a while back, and it finally hit the streaming, and checked that out. And if you've got to fight off satanic hotel staff, you should call in the Strike Force. StrikeForceEnergy.com. Use your promo code Cigar Nerds for 20% off your order. Smuggle the tiny 10 pouches in your keister, or however else you sneak into your hotel.
I mean, you could probably smuggle them in and out of prisons.
Always make sure your prison wallet is prepared. Oh, it reminds me, we're watching something because, hell, everything we watch is on fucking streaming, but I ain't paying for the ad-free, but they tend to do the same ads all the time, and there was one that kept popping up that was some kind of medication, and when they start reading off the side effects, it was the fancy way. It was like, could cause swelling between your anus and rectum, or anus and genital area, and I'm like, did that just say it gives you swollen taint? I was like, I don't think I've ever heard that side effect before. So yeah, if you've got swollen taint, you should call a doctor and cease using this medication immediately.
That is interesting. Like, that's one of those, it's like, is the side effect worse than the thing that it's designed to help, treat?
It was like a diabetes GLP-1 medication too, and I'm like, actually, I think I've taken that medication, but it never caused taint swelling. I didn't know that was an option. I'm glad I'm not taking that anymore. But yeah, with that, we'll get on to the main topic here.
Built in 1923. Today, it's one of the most exclusive buildings in Manhattan.
Hi, I'm the new maid.
With such wealth comes the expectation of the highest quality of service.
It's a lot of lux.
This building is a temple to Satan. Each month we must pay with a human sacrifice. Tonight, you are the offering.
Gotcha.
And welcome back. We're going to be talking about They Will Kill You.
I feel like we're getting a reemergence of the satanic panic from, way back when.
Yeah, I mean, I think like a month from now we got another Evil Dead movie coming out, so Satan movies are back.
Yeah, I mean, you had this. What was the other one? It's supposed to be very much similar to this movie. In fact, I think they were scheduled to release on the same week.
Ready or Not and Ready or Not 2.
Yeah.
It's the oldest story in the book. It's like, the old Deadliest Game book about, a bunch of hunters get bored and decide to hunt, rich people decide to hunt man. There are so many movies where that's like the premise of the movie. I mean, there was that one with freaking Ice-T back in the day, which I think they called it the Deadliest Game, but I mean, there was that. There's Ready or Not. There's what was that other one? Shit, I can't remember it now. But it was like a bunch of like liberals hunting non-woke people. It was a weird ass movie. I can't remember what it's called.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm one that is always a fan of any kind of cheese, and I remember vaguely talking about this trailer on a Nerd News segment, and I'm like, I did not realize that this was going to be as campy and less serious as what it was.
Yeah, from the trailer, it looked like an action horror movie, but it didn't look as... This is one that did a good job of not giving away the story in the trailer. Because I was completely surprised when we got into the film of like what it was versus what I thought it was from the trailer. I'm like, this is fucking wild. And starring Zazie Beetz, which I've not seen her since playing Domino in the second Deadpool movie.
And I don't know, like her being kind of the lead, and like you said, I know her as that character, but then this, and I'm like, all right, like she might be on her way to being an action star. Like I don't know how much was her or a stunt double, but like I had no issues with her character.
No, she was, and it wasn't one of those that sometimes you get, this female heroine is thrust into this and has to like become a badass, and we're like with no training, suddenly this lady knows kung fu, but she took the job under false pretense, so she was actually a badass beforehand, and it's like, oh yeah, they have bit off way more than they expected. And I think I texted you before you saw it, but I was like, without giving away the story, I'm like, the 30-second pitch on this movie was like, to me, it was, this is Die Hard if Hans Gruber was a Satanist.
See, like,
or Tarantino directed a Die Hard movie.
What I got out of this was, if Evil Dead met Kill Bill and Sam Raimi, had his choice of practical effects,
a Kill Bill feel to it.
Yes.
Like I said to me, it's like Quentin Tarantino directed a Die Hard movie, because it all takes place inside of a hotel or a apartment complex, which I was like, this is like the demonic Continental. It's like, do they have these scattered all over? It's like the John Wick universe and the Continental. It's like the fucking, this hotel is like the Continental for the,
except this is unconsecrated ground.
Yeah. So the premise of the movie is there's a exclusive hotel in New York that the residents and the staff are all basically mortal because they've made sacrifices to a demon that lives in the attic. So they have to they have to perform sacrifices every so often to keep their immortality. But it's like, it's not just like the uber rich people that run the thing. It's like even the staff is like, oh, we brought you in to hunt you, but you seem to be pretty cool. How about you stay and work for us?
Yeah. Like, suddenly we've got along much better than we were anticipating. So, find your own sacrifice to replace you, and, your name will then go on the list.
Yeah. So, Zazie is the new maid. So the thing they put out a Craigslist ad, need a maid, and then they're like, cool, once we get her in here, we lock the doors and hunt her and have a little fun, and then sacrifice her to our demon lord to renew our immortality for another however many years, or add someone new to our group. But turns out Zazie's character was just got out of prison,
and she wants to rekindle her relationship with her sister. Aww.
And while she was in prison, her sister apparently took a job here and then disappeared. No one's heard from her in several months. So she basically replaces the lady that was going to take the job so she can get in and try to investigate what happened to her sister, and then finds out shenanigans.
Like, I thought this movie did a good job on not spending a whole lot of time. Now, one thing I would have liked to,
we definitely had the stories. We got more of Zazie and her sister's story of what led them there. But as far as, the story of the hotel, we kind of went in blind, and it got explained along the way. So it was like, what the fuck is going on here?
Like, there were a few of those where I was like, man, have I missed something? Like, could we get a prequel to expand on this? Or, no, we're just going to jump right over here? Okay, cool, but...
Yeah, because, literally, her first day there, and you don't even know her backstory, because it kind of, once the shit kicks off, it, flashes back, who is this character, Asia? Yeah, it's like, oh, yeah, welcome in, ground floor is all staff. Get a good night's sleep. We'll start your training tomorrow. Typical shit. And this, and then you get creepy dude in a black raincoat comes out of the wall and starts licking her feet and shit. Which Amanda about puked. And she's like, oh my god. So now I just keep better put your feet under the covers. Somebody's gonna come in and lick them.
It'll be a cat. Is that sandpaper? Nope, that's cat tongue.
It's Evil Larry. Have you seen the Evil Larry memes?
I don't think I have.
Oh god, I don't know why it's been showing up in my feed lately. Probably because I'm watching weird ass horror movies.
I'm sure now I'm going to, though. That
it's a breed of cat. I think they call them hobbit cats. It's got a very angular face. It looks like the fucking from Harry Potter. They gave Dobby a sock. They look like Dobby faces. But there's this one who's solid black. And because I've looked at pictures of these cats, so this is not a normal thing. This cat's odd for that breed, but he has long ass fangs that when his mouth is shut, you can still see his teeth hanging out. And he's just black. He's like this generation's grumpy cat, but people keep putting him up, and it's like AI voiceover is Evil Larry. If someone sent you this video, Evil Larry's coming to your house tonight and steal your pinar. He loves stealing pinars. And it's this fucking demon looking cat threatening your. So I keep telling him Evil Larry's gonna come in and lick your toes.
Oh, that's great.
Now that I mention it, you're going to get Evil Larry memes on your phone popping up.
That's how this happens.
Yeah.
It's I have seen this, therefore you must as well. Thanks.
Yep. But, yeah. So I'm at first we're all right, is this just a singular weirdo that hangs out in this hotel? But then you keep getting twists, and it's no, she knocks him out, and then someone else is trying to get in. And oh, there's more than one fucking weirdo in this hotel. Oh shit, the entire hotel's full of fucking weirdos. Are we watching a one singular killer horror movie, or is it? No, it's everybody is fucked up.
It's almost like The Shining. Except, yeah, I don't know. Like, before it's revealed, I was like, okay, like obviously, I was like, there's a lot of black staff and like white people. Like, I thought we were gonna have some kind of weird race dynamic setup type thing, and I'm like,
was it the Get Out?
Yeah, and I was like,
are all these people that are the staff like people that they've like basically brainwashed and shit? It's like, yeah, it's one thing. It's like, just are the rich people like fucking enslaving these staff people?
Yeah.
And it's like, no, staff's on it. Everybody here is like wants to kill you.
Everybody doing things for immortality. I don't think I'd want to live forever. Like, that's like, if it was all, I'd be like, no. Like,
which gets to, we find out, and I'm disappointed. That was like one of the things speaking of getting bored when you're immortal, the orgy floor.
Yes, floor 2, the fuck floor.
Yeah, it's like, one point, her and a friend she made of like one of the guys that is tired of being immortal, like crawl, like Die Hard, crawling through the ventilation shafts, and like looks down, and there's just like a fucking ton of people just fucking. He's like, what the fuck is that? He's like, oh, level 2 is the fuck floor. Each floor is like a different sin. We get bored when we're immortal. You gotta have shit to do. So it's like, so I'm like, I kept waiting for them to show other floors.
Yeah. But
we never did. I was like, what other floor? Like, if 2 is the fuck floor, what is floor 6? Like, is there the gluttony floor which that might have been the one where she found the kitchen? I'm like, that floor is just motherfuckers like eating. There was a bunch of like 500-pound motherfuckers just eating shit all day.
I'd have been okay with that. I'd been like, yeah, fat fucks. Now it's like, oh, my belly's full. Now I gotta go fuck it off.
Yeah, you get hungry with all the fucking. You go up to the gluttony floor. Get you some Tostino's pizza rolls or whatnot, and then you go back down and work it off in the on the fuck floor.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess you stay whatever age you took the immortality to, right? Like,
yeah. That's the thing. Why would you want to become immortal once you're old? Like, fucking being immortal in your 30s or something like that, whenever you consider your prime. It's like, I'm 60. Why am I becoming immortal now? This sucks. I've got constant back pain for like eternity.
Or does not that, not exist in the world of immortality? Like,
or do you just age really slowly? You're still aging, but it's like, quadruple, what a normal person. So you're 400, but you still look, you've only made it to like 60. And you're basically aging at dog years, reverse dog years. Each human, 7 years is one human year.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, these are questions that I needed answered. Like, I'm just.
But for what appeared to be kind of a cheesy.
I mean,
well, not cheap, but campy.
Yes.
It had a pretty big cast. Heather Graham's in it. The matron who runs the hotel is Patricia Arquette. You got freaking, speaking of Harry Potter, you got Tom Felton in here. And what thing is buzzing? It's
minor technical difficulties.
It's the fucking the demon up in the attic making noise.
The demon is not what I expected either, but that's way later in the episode. I don't know. To me, like, when we get the whole just to rewind, the convenience store and trying to hide from the abusive father, and it's like, can I have this candy? No. Like, I've never been in a convenience store where, candy would set off the like.
Hey man, those was a Ferrero Rocher chocolate balls. Those things are expensive.
Are they?
Yeah.
Maybe they are. I don't know. Like, I never buy
the fancy chocolates.
I never buy the bougie chocolate or anything, so I'm so out of my element. Like,
now, the alarm only went off because they were black. It was a racist alarm. That's why. When the chocolate, it was the guy behind the counter hitting the button, making it go off because he's like, "There's black people in my store. They may." It's like she like
yeah, like I definitely expected those undertones, and they weren't quite there outside of the asshole
you get the
father, like
kind of the hillbilly,
like you said. Even watching this movie,
it turns out he's like a stepdad that's just an abusive dick, but he's not necessarily like him and his redneck buddy. You're like, are they getting chased by racists? No, this is their father-in-law or stepfather. So it's like, but yeah, apparently he's an abusive dick. She pulls a gun on him and then like shoots him, but of course the asshole survives, and then she ends up going to prison for attempted murder, and her sister's left with him, and that's how she becomes a badass. She's like, where'd you learn to fight like this? I was in prison for 10 years. I had to do a lot of fighting.
I mean, does prison also teach you swordplay? And like, she possessed a certain set of skills that I'm like, what? Was your Celly a kung fu master or some shit? Like,
their one video that they had was like old kung fu movie. So that's the only thing she's been watching for the last 10 years is like Enter the Dragon or the whatever 36 Chambers, like Wu-Tang.
But I mean, it was very interesting being like, all right, here I am. I'm watching Zazie Beetz, but in the back of my head, I'm like, man, this feels exactly like Uma Thurman's, The Bride from Kill Bill, and I'm just like,
especially when they like chase her into the closet at one point, and they're like, this is fun, and then she comes out with like the double barrel shotgun and like blows one dude away, and then has the weird butcher knife looking sword she's like, I was like, what kind of fucking maid is this? She came prepared. I mean, she got a whole like murder kit up in here. It was like, I was coming here to kill all you guys. I didn't know you were going to kill me. What's the odds of 2 serial killers being in this house at the same time? But then we get our next twist that like, not only is the entire hotel out to kill you, we're all immortal. So it's like, they keep coming back to life, and it's like, oh shit.
And I did like that aspect, like, of not only the effects, but,
So I was kind of joking
the thing where it's like, yeah, you literally have to destroy everything. Like, you leave...
Yeah, if there's a cell left, it will regenerate. It's like everyone here is Deadpool. Because, like, the joke I made, like fucking Tom Felton, she, like, cuts him in half with the sword, and I'm like, well, I guess they couldn't afford to pay him for this whole movie. He went out pretty quick, and then he starts putting himself back together. I'm like, oh no, I guess he is going to stay for the whole movie. But I thought, like, oh, we got a big name here. Let's kill him off quickly. We can't afford his day rate.
I'm wondering how the casting went for this, where it's like, all right, you're going to sign up, for X number of dollars. This is the movie. This could go really, really sideways for your career. It could go really, really great. We're not sure. Are you in or are you out?
And the thing that cracked me up was when she blows off Heather Graham's head, and it's like, it's just an eyeball chasing her through the vents and spying on her. It reminded me of that eyeball from freaking Alien Earth.
Yes.
Where it's like using its like one like blood, fucking nerve blood vein is like a whip to like grab shit and pull itself down and the head is like fucking running into walls and shit. The body is like running into walls and shit, trying to follow it through the shaft. It's just that damn eyeball like just chasing her around.
I felt like that was practical effect too.
It looked very
like
practical.
And I think that was the great thing about this is, I'm sure there was CGI, but I don't,
But just the old kung fu type shit where she stabs somebody with a sword or something and just spurts blood, and it's kind of like has that almost kung fu sounding soundtrack.
The Tarantino feel where it's just like, yeah, there's going to be a dismemberment. Do we want blood? All the blood, and it's just like, how many squirts can we put in here? Like,
Yeah, this was directed and written by Kirill Sokolov, which he doesn't have his own Wikipedia page, so I can't even tell you what else that dude has done. But yeah, it had a very Tarantino, Kill Bill, kung fu feel to it,
which I'm always a fan of. And the fact that this film did not take itself too seriously. Like, it was... I think that was the other thing that made this great was... You know, it just wanted to be over the top. It wanted to be fun. Like, this is one that I felt like I'm probably missing out on something. Like, not seeing it with a group of friends or in a theater.
Which I'm not even sure this... I mean, I think it had like a limited theatrical release, but I don't remember ever seeing this on the marquee at the local theater, so it may have not... It may have
Joe,
gone to
our
streaming
local theater's marquee
quick.
is really not that great.
Yeah, they only have like one movie on there, and it's the rest of it, so you gotta guess.
Like,
it's an advertisement for renting
the advertisement for you know, church and community center events is larger than any film.
Yeah, they just have currently they just have like the one, like the biggest movie coming out that weekend, and then like the rest of the marquee is like an ad. You got to go online to see what's actually playing, which the new Jackass should be playing now. Need to go see that this week. I heard it's good.
I haven't heard anything about it yet, nor read about it, but like that used to be the thing. Like you had to make sure to see it like when we were in high school and everything else, because it'd be like everybody would be talking about that shit. So whatever gags were there, like you wanted to be in
Friday,
the know.
So I haven't seen any spoilers on it yet, but I've seen a lot of the press and shit they've been doing. They're like, yeah, they even called it "This is the best and the last." We're all getting too old for this shit. This is definitely the last one. We said that last time, but this time my knees say we mean it.
Yeah.
Because all those guys are looking old as shit these days.
Well, they should go to this hotel spot, talk to which I don't know. Like this was one of those two that I'm like, this could almost be a great video game setup.
Yeah,
I mean, you know, like
all it needed was a helicopter level. It's like having to fight your way through the unending horde of immortal. It's like we can slow them down, but we can't kill them. They just fucking regenerate and keep following.
But I love the fact too that, you know, the hotel or building itself, not only the occupants you got to worry, but it's like, oh no, we can shut down all the doors, the windows, the elevator, you know, literally everything, and it's like this becomes a killing field. Like,
I do like because at first they're like, we got to keep her alive so we can sacrifice her, but so let's just keep it between the core people. And at a certain point, they're like she's too good for us. We need to like bring everybody in, and you just see reminded me of like the operators from John Wick, the people that handled all the paperwork and shit. It's like just the maid walking down the hall with a laundry cart full of various hand weapons, and everybody coming out and grabbing their swords, their bats, and their whatnots. Yeah. Everybody come get your weapon. We're going on a hunt. This is like the normality of it was what made it weird. It's like, nope, this is just a Tuesday. Try not to get too much blood on the carpet. I don't want to have to clean that shit today.
I mean, we've had survivors, but this one. But I mean, that was kind of the weird thing, right? Like, it's like, not only do you have to sacrifice per the rules, but then you've got to follow, you know, whatever the fucking ritual is that we learn about later on, and
yeah, a life for a life.
But it's like. But that life can't just be taken on the fuck floor.
Yeah. Yeah, because eventually she runs into the husband of Patricia Arquette's character, and he's just like, I'm tired of this shit, like sacrificing people, and I've been alive too long, like, so I want to help save you and stop all this shit.
Well, I mean, you know, so therein lies the morality clause, right? Because he's like, you know, when we started this, we were cleaning up the streets. We were sacrificing, for
Dirtbag.
the
This
greater
was a
good
bad neighborhood at the time.
Yes, and now it's like, oh, we've cleaned up the neighborhood, but it's like,
now we're just recruiting
we're
innocent people off of Craigslist.
We're immortal. Can we get another building? Like, is that an option? Is it?
Yeah, it's like, does the demon have a friend? Like, we could do a California version. Like I said, it'd be like the Continental. They have one in like every major city across the.
That or
that's gonna be the sequel. We find out they do have one in like every major city.
Like cops, the way they'll bust drug dealers and advertise a free boat and like. Hey, if you're a criminal, come here.
Please come rob us. Oh, hey, guess what? You're their new sacrifice.
But where is local law enforcement? It's like, all of a sudden, bodies are just disappearing. Yeah, well, they were scumbags anyway, not worth investigating.
Or it's rich people. Or they're being selective with their recruiting. They're like, hey, we need a new maid. And as they start doing, like, checks on the maids, like, oh, yeah, this one has no family. No one's going to report her missing. We're not going to bring in the married lady with 5 kids. We're going to, hey, this single lady who doesn't have any family, like, yeah, let's offer her the job. So they, kind of like serial killers grabbing prostitutes. Like, let's give the people they're not going to look too hard for.
Like, so there were things like that I wish, that this movie kind of expanded on. But then again, like, it was so campy that I could absolutely be like, all right, well, you know what? This kind of did well, so we're going to give you a prequel and a backstory. And
not a lot of, like, fluff either. I mean, this was a 94-minute film, so it didn't try to go 2 hours. There wasn't a lot of, like, dead time, I feel, in this. It was like, it felt like there was something going on, like, every minute of this this film.
Like, yeah, once it got started, like, that was it, The hunt was on. And I think it was funny, too. You brought up the whole kitchen thing, and all I could see was, oh, yeah, it's Jurassic Park with the raptors, like they're hiding behind the cans and whatnot. But the room before that, where it's just dark, and everybody's in a black cloak, and it's just like, like... You're standing in like the one ray of light, like maybe not stand there.
Yeah, the blackout room, or when they get out of the ventilation shafts, and I guess they're still on the fuck floor. So like the room that they go into, there's like hooks and there's like all kind of like S&M gear tied to the bench, and we get the reveal that hey, your sister's alive. She decided to join. She's one of the staff, and tonight is her night to become immortal because you're her sacrifice. Or it was supposed to have been this other lady. She didn't know it was going to be.
But nope,
her.
You had to come and look for your sister and try to rescue her
and cause more trouble. Yeah, because she was like, apparently, like they're like, and we get a flashback of her. They're like, hey, you've put up a pretty good fight, but we caught one of our maids stealing, so we're going to sacrifice her instead. Do you want to take her place, work for us, and potentially become immortal too? And you're like, yeah, fuck it, why not?
Like, just the dynamics of, yeah, we can call an audible here, was kind of interesting.
But the whole time they're like, once your name is on the list, you're part of this. And I'm like,
you must fight for us.
I was like, why don't we go find the fucking list and just burn the list? And then we see,
because it would have been over in 15 minutes,
but like
we wouldn't have had an eyeball in a ventilation shaft.
That fucking eyeball
or raining bodies down an elevator shaft.
Yeah, it's raining men. Yeah, it's like y'all are immortal. Let's just like fucking jump into this elevator shaft and try to like give her the people's elbow as we fall down the shaft. I was like, it's still gotta hurt like a motherfucker. You may live through it, but it's like, dude, it still hurts. Quit fucking shooting me.
Well, I mean, that was one of the things they explained too. It's like, yeah, even though we're immortal, like shit still hurts.
It's like, ow. Like, could y'all not crush me? But yeah, I kept expecting like a book or a scroll, not the list that we got. I was like, that's kind of cool.
Well, I mean, most of the time you think of goats or something else. That's what I expected. I did not expect to go full pig, and I did not expect what happened. Shortly thereafter, where we had full on pig Cthulhu.
Yes. So yeah, you finally get to your boss battle. They capture Zazie and her sister and take them to the whatchamacallit,
the sacrificial attic.
Yeah, and there's this pig's head on a spike, but everyone's name is like written on the pigskin. That is the list. so like, and it has like a pierced ear with just a pencil on a string hanging from its ear. It's like that's how we put our name on the list. We got a pin for you. It's convenient. I'm surprised it wasn't one of those like bank chain pins. It was just
write your name on bacon.
Yeah. So yeah, they say the magic words and you see this kind of like stained glass window looking thing of this demon appear, but instead of like appearing as the demon, you kind of get a silhouette of it, and then it just kind of, the spirit goes into the pig, and now the pig is like talking and shit and using like its entrails that are hanging down to like as like fucking tentacles, reaching out and grabbing people and shit. But yeah, it's like the head comes alive and starts talking. I'm like, oh, that's fucking wild.
That whole battle was just completely chaotic, where it's like, I need a body for this.
Yeah, like when they're all fighting, finally the pig is like, yo, I'm gonna do this myself. And then like use the tentacles and grabs one of the cultists and then like sticks its like pig head on top of their head and starts like working them like a puppet. It's like, so now I got a body, I'll fight you, bitch. It's like we've engaged boss battle mode.
Like I said, just the video game antics. Like, I would play it.
Yeah, especially because like, they're like, if you want to join us, you got to sacrifice your sister. Go put your name on the list, and then trade your life for a life. So she's like, okay, I'll do it, and then goes over there, and you don't see what she writes, and then gets up to sacrifice her sister, and she's like, this had to be done, and then like cuts her own throat, and it turns out she had written her sister's name on the pig head, so now her sister's immortal too, and it's like, oh shit, we're about to have a immortal kung fu battle. So now it's like, she can't die, and she's like fighting all the other people that can't die. I'm like, we're gonna go full like Deadpool and Wolverine fight here. Like, what happens when two immortals we're just gonna fucking keep killing each other till we get bored, because like neither one of us can die.
But then we get another twist. I mean, like as far as the rules and everything else go, like they did a great job of being like, okay, I understand your game, so here's how we're gonna play it, and I love that part where it's just like, if I slice the name off the bacon and put it in my pocket, that cell's still alive. Therefore, she doesn't die. I don't die.
So yeah, her end game, she's like, you can't kill us. And he's like, it's like, bet, motherfucker. Goes over there and like removes her sister's, or you find out she removed her name currently from the pig, and then just douses the pig in like cleaning supplies and sets that motherfucker on fire and kicks it down the elevator. And it's like, I just destroyed the list. You've all lost your immortality. And like the few people, like the one dude like hanging on a hook is like still trying to move and shit. And then all of a sudden he actually dies. Like all the people that are like trying to heal from being fucked up, and then like they lose their immortality like halfway through healing. They're like just keel over. And then she's like, you're like, now you got to fight your way out of the hotel, and she's just like, hey, none of y'all motherfuckers are immortal anymore. Y'all may want to leave. They're like, yeah, that's not a good idea. Let's get the fuck out of here.
Like, how does that work though? It's like, okay, well, this wound should have killed you previously, so you're automatically, out. Like, I guess maybe they hadn't exceeded their normal life expectancy or something. So it's like, yeah, we can still like, be here.
Drop dead had more recently been injured, so maybe they're, because as we've seen, it takes time to regenerate, so maybe they weren't fully regenerated yet, but those people had not received
but
recent
I kind of feel like
wounds.
Age would be a factor where it's like, yeah, I've been around for hundreds of years, so like your natural lifespan ended 3 lifetimes ago.
Yeah, it is like lifespan is be on pause. So it's like, all right, now it's unpause. So you're just going to age normally from here out. Or it's like, oh no, you've already done 120 years. So you're going to age up to 120 in a blink of an eye, and just a bunch of fucking skeletons dropping dead. I guess it just like unpauses your game and lets you continue with your normal lifespan after that, unless you're missing a head, and then you're dead.
But I'm also wondering how they made money and such, because this wasn't like a hotel open to the public. Like, this was an elite club of some kind. So where in life did you're like, yeah, I'm immortal, but you still got to be able to do like. Be like, how'd you come up with the funding for all of this?
Yeah, because they were like,
so
most of the residents were like rich. I think like one of them say, when she kind of first comes in as the new hire, they're like, oh, these are some of our best residents. He's a investment banker or some kind of like IT guru. This is an Elon Musk type.
So
guy.
I guess
so it's like a bunch of rich people joined this. They didn't join as normal and then become rich later on.
So I guess maybe it's, hey,
it's probably good recruiting.
It takes a village.
Yeah, it's probably good recruiting. Like, hey, let's offer this Elon Musk immortality so we can.
You got money.
He can fund this shit.
You've got carpentry and plumbing and whatnot skills. You're good at sex, so you go to the fuck floor.
I just want to know what was on the other floors. We only got to see the fuck floor. If each floor was like dedicated to like another vice, where's the drug floor? It's like mountains of cocaine, because you can't OD if you do, you just get reborn. So it's just like a bunch of dudes with like going full say hello to my little friend. Yeah, just like the mountain of cocaine on the desk.
It's just gonna
using
be
those big boba straws as your Coke straw.
It'll literally just be a floor of powder. They're just like,
it's an indoor ski. Dude's literally skiing down a mountain of cocaine.
I mean, they're rich, right? Like, this.
There's definitely not a meth floor. It's like, you're rich people. They're gonna be doing cocaine. Dr. Roxo's in there. I'm Dr. Roxo, the rock and roll clown. I do cocaine.
So, I mean, that was like as short and sweet as this. There's a lot that it's like
left to the imagination.
I want more because of that. Like,
I want to see the other floors.
Like, do we get a? I mean, we know that the skin is still living, right? So, do we get a sequel? Like, do we get what's the direction? Are we just left like, all right, well?
Yeah, because she walks out of the hotel with her sister's body and gets into the. She while she was in prison hired a private investigator to like try to track down her sister, and he's the one told her about like, hey, she went missing, and last I can track her is she took this job at this hotel, but the more I've dug into it, there's a whole lot of like rumors about people going missing around this hotel. And he's out there like, waiting to give her a ride once she gets out of the hotel. And then she pulls out the little still wiggling part of the pig that's still left in the head. Erased her name and put her sister's name back on it. So then her sister like wakes up, and then the fucking the whatever private is like, holy shit, she was fucking dead. What the fuck? Because he's like, I just show up, you covered in blood, carrying a dead body. I'm like, I'm not getting paid enough for this shit. And she's like, just drive, man. We'll explain it later.
But that begs to question, right? Like, does that in turn means that the devil reincarnates? Like, does he get the same?
Does the head grow back but without the names?
And
why erase your name for your sister? Why don't you just put both? There's enough room on that little. Just add your name to the bacon. That way you're both immortal. So now you're back to being human, and your sister's immortal.
Well,
again.
I guess because whatever.
Because she definitely killed enough people for the life.
So I'm wondering, like, Does any sacrifice work? I mean, I guess it does, because originally it was supposed to be whoever originally applied for that position, right? It shouldn't have been Zazzy's character. So I guess, but maybe once somebody is immortal, but I think even that got answered. Because the pig started freaking out, yes, blood, even though it was immortal blood. Does that
as long as somebody dies, I don't care.
Does that constitute a life? So there were some
erased
gray areas to the rules.
Because when they found out the husband was helping Asia, they erased his name and then sacrificed him. So that, I guess, sacrificed counted as long as they're no longer immortal.
Which I kind of feel like it shouldn't have, though, because it states that if you take this pact, one, you got to sacrifice the life, but then two, in all of our battles and everything else, you have to be willing to help. I don't know. I need to see a contract.
Yeah.
There's always sign the deal with the devil, and where is it written in blood? What am I exactly getting myself into? I have questions.
But yeah, if we get a sequel of this, I want to see other floors, and I'm like, this is like I said, the Continental of demon cults. They're gonna have one in every major city, so we'll get a California.
Well, I mean, I almost want to see the whole
founding of the hotel, the original.
This is how we staff. This is the people that are worthy of receiving said offer for immortality. And hey, we've been alive for 400 years, so what sinister things are going to keep us entertained?
Yeah, we could get years of prequels, because like I said, these people, because according to the lore she explains at one point, the hotel's been there for damn near 100 years at least. So yeah, it's we get 40s version. It's actual gangster shit going on.
I'm just it's such an elite club. You're around. When does, after 100 years, some building inspector's going to be I need to keep an eye on this place.
Are y'all up to code? Yeah, come on in. We'll, Why does the building inspectors keep disappearing? Have they, oh, freaking, was it, have they been paying their taxes to the state of New York?
I mean, I guess with immortality, it's you're going to outlive, and it's but
it's been there for so long, it's rent controlled. They don't have to pay as much. If taxes not going up for inflation. It's had the same
you know what it
for 100
is
years.
Every fucking politician in the world is on that list.
Yeah, probably. This is this is the satanic Epstein Island. That's how they get away with all that shit, because
this is
half
how
the city council are members.
Washington actually operates. Oh, wouldn't that be great? We just got this small snippet of, yeah, we're here just in this little hotel, but really, this right here wasn't the final boss. This was just a sacrificial floor for the locals in this city, but we've got global enterprises.
And now they're pissed because you shut down one of our hotels, so now you're going to get attacked by the hotel crew of the DC hotel, and now you got to fight your way through this hotel and kill their pig. Or it's a different animal this time. It's a goat. All right. Probably using a pig. Pig's got big fucking heads, so there's plenty of room to write shit on a pig head. Goat heads are smaller. You'd be limited capacity.
I mean, they do have horns, so you can sit there. That creates.
We get a cow body or something. This hotel's bigger. We need more room.
Joe,
so we
this
gotta
isn't
get a bigger
Diablo,
head.
okay? Or what if it was? What if it's there is no cow level? Actually, there is. It's right here.
the Texas Virgil. It's like a giant, longhorn steer head that they've animated.
there's so many directions and options, and I'm like, it's crazy. For as campy and as cheesy as this movie was, I thoroughly enjoyed it, and now I'm like, we can expand. We can do so many things.
We gotta franchise the Demon Hotel. And host a con in it. Jigsaw shows up and he's like, I can kind of test all my traps because these people can survive all of them. Let's see. Let me get my post survey of like, how did this trap work? All right, let me getting fucking play testing his traps on the Immortals.
All right, I see you're an eyeball, so we're just gonna poke you with a needle. Do you like this? Do you not like this?
Blink once for yes, twice for no.
Oh, you don't have lids. You can't blink. Ha! They're with the rest of your body, like that is actively stumbling into walls.
I was waiting for like the eyeball though, as it's like rolling down the thing. When they went over the orgy floor, I was waiting for it to like stop, roll back, and like take a look for a minute before it kept going. But nice.
It's just so great.
And that was the other thing Die Hard-esque too, was like she lost her shoes in the first battle and is having to run through the fucking hotel barefoot through most of it. I'm like, she is the John McClane of the story. This is demon-possessed Die Hard. I'm just waiting for her to say yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker.
That would have been great. Like the nods to Die Hard, it would have also been great. It's like, wiggle your big toe. Well, I'm an eyeball. I don't actively have a toe right now to try to wiggle.
The body with no head.
But the way they gave everybody, their own unique sort of personalities, like there was so much good misdirection in this, because the way that it opened, and originally you see, I think his name was Ray, and you kind of think he's villainous, where she's like, what have I told you about,
messing with the guests or whatever. And he's like,
you are rivals. And I was like, And then you find out that, nope, he's had a change of heart.
Yeah, because, like, you see her taking a shower, and, like, the mirror fogs up, and we get our title card for the movie, because written on the mirror is, like, they will kill you. And, like, but she doesn't notice it. And he's like, did you not get my note? What note? I wrote on your window, like, they will kill you. Like, no, I was too busy doing my hair. I didn't notice.
It was a little cryptic. I didn't understand.
I thought it was that asshole kid that lives down the hall trying to prank me.
Just, I know you guys have been around for a really long time and have probably, did a really good job at perfecting communication, but there's a lot of context, a lot of details that were lacking for me to know exactly who, what, where, when, or why.
And also, like, we've said this about previous horror movies, that now in the information age where everyone has like a cell phone, it's kind of hard to do certain types of horror. So I like the fact that they like, once you come in, you need to turn over your cell phone, because most of our clientele is like very high end private people, so we don't allow cell phones in the hotel. I'm like, all right, cool. You've kind of eliminated that option from the story. So it's like, yeah, I feel like Horror Movie Day has to like come up with a reason why people don't have cell phones, or they're set in like the 80s or something. Like they're like, we have to do this as a period piece.
Even in the 80s though, we had car phones and pagers.
Yeah, it's like we have to like remove technology to make the story make sense. They can't just call for help.
And the help that comes is also in on the.
Yeah.
Like, how far down the rabbit hole does this go? Like,
could you imagine, like, the freaking staff? Like, I'm immortal, but I gotta mop jizz on the fuck floor. This sucks.
Well, it sounds to me like they need to invite some kind of inventor that could do robotic mops and.
Yeah, they need those fucking Roombas, the mopping Roombas, just to.
It just goes through. It's just literally just leaving streaks. Like, you're not cleaning at all. But maybe that's it. It's like, okay, you're allowed to use this floor, but you're required to clean up after yourself.
Yeah. It's like, you're welcome to the fuck floor. Here's your
bucket of mop.
Yeah.
Cardi B, is that you? Yeah, I kind of did that.
Go to the drug floor, get all cocained up.
Then you'll feel really motivated to clean.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm having trouble sleeping. I gotta go do some crack on the drug floor so I can stay up and mop these floors.
Yeah, I really want more intel on. I'm sure it's going to relate to the 7 deadly sins, right? Because that would be stereotypical.
Yeah, it's like your whole Dante's Inferno, kind of common theme.
The killing floor is literally a killing floor. All right.
But do you kill? It's like, won't go to the murder floor, but it's like everyone here is immortal, so it's like, Steve, it's your turn to be the victim. Damn it! I was the victim last week.
It still hurts.
Yeah. It's like, it's like whatever. Was it Hostel? It's like just a room where like you just torture people, and it's like your clock out, your shift is over in the murder floor. Like, oh, thank God, this sucked. I'm gonna go back to my room and regenerate now.
Oh, but the way that they did the regenerative properties and, watching the guy get his, freaking head split in half, and it's like, this looks like somebody literally took a loaf of bologna or something and split it. Like, but then you get stuff like the eyeball, and it's so super realistic, and I'm like...
Yes, just
I should not have enjoyed this film, I don't think, as much as I did, but...
Oh, yeah, because it was just...
I mean, for having no expectation and just being like, hey, man, I'm sorry, the thing that we originally had scheduled for this week, I'm not going to have time for, so you said you watched this thing, I can get it watched, and I'm like, I'm glad I did, because this probably would have fell off my radar, like so many other things that we talk about. Yeah. Like, I should really keep...
Because this is one of those
calendar
that, like,
and be like, oh yeah, remember this comes out on this date.
Yeah, it's like pretty much just about every Saturday, or it's like, hey, let's fix a drink and watch a show or a movie, and it's like we've finished the show that we were watching, so we're just kind of like scrolling through the new releases on the streaming services, and like, oh yeah, I remember that. Talking about that, let's see if it's any good. And then it's like, oh, this is fucked up. I'm glad we watched this.
I'm pleasantly surprised.
Oh, so kind of as we're bringing this in for a landing, this here Suave cigar is pretty suave.
Do you feel immortal?
I am immortal. Inside me is blood of king.
Or you could go to Evanescence, My Immortal. Mm-hmm. All right, I mean, there's a few directions we could go.
Some Deadpool. But yeah, very starts off with, like I said, that kind of pretzel-y baking spice with like a big hit of black pepper. But then it gets kind of creamier as you go. So it starts off strong and kind of mellows as it goes, kind of brings you in for a nice landing. I do like me some LFD cigars. This is strong, but not as like strong as like the DL 700 and some of the other LFD cigars I typically smoke. This is definitely more on the medium plus size, but yeah, like it's kind of like strong up front and just kind of mellows as you go, and kind of brings you in for a nice soft landing.
It's not like falling down an elevator shaft.
No. That one's that kind of starts soft until you hit the bar. That one ends harshly.
Like, I just don't know what direction. I'm like, do I want more of Zazie and her sister's story?
Or we get like a new hotel and a new protagonist.
Yeah.
Someone else gets lured in.
Like, there's so many different directions. And then there's also the option of, no, this is it. There is no direction. So,
there is no other hotel. That was the only one.
Oh. Like, I hope this...
Or the cultists that are now mortal trying to track her down and get that little piece of the pig back so they can... Their demon lord is now trapped in that little piece of bacon. So they gotta, get that back so they can transfer him to a new head and start the process over again.
That's the next chapter. The bacon will kill you.
I mean, that's what they say, but I don't believe it. I still eat all my bacon.
I mean,
my cholesterol's good. Fuck you.
But I don't know. I'm glad you were like, yeah, let's do this, because it was a great thing. Like, definitely one that
a good warm up for the next Evil Dead movie that's coming out in a couple of weeks. Gotta get that horror genre primed.
Yeah,
so
but the direction of Evil Dead
one.
now, I'm like, with modern, tech and, like...
And they've gotten more serious horror.
Yes.
There's less camp to it, where this felt like old school Evil Dead, where it's like horror comedy like we used to get back in the day.
It's like, haha, you're a skeleton, but you're quirky, and even though you're trying to kill me, you don't really seem like that much of a threat. It's almost like Chucky, right? Like, yeah. I get it. You're a murderous doll, but at the same time, you're a doll.
Yeah,
but...
you're knee high. Like, I should just be able to punch you.
My Achilles.
Yeah, it's like here's some 12 gauge for you. If I can just kick you up in the air and skeet shoot your 3-foot ass.
So,
Dead by dawn.
What would your option for taking one of these mortals out?
Flamethrower.
Yeah, I was thinking crematory.
Not only gonna
and
die,
it's
gonna hurt the whole time.
I was like, incineration, right? Sweep up the ashes.
Yeah, you just gotta burn them all the way down so there's nothing left.
Like, what happens if you put the ashes in, like, an urn or a little tiny thing, and they're like, I'm trying to rejuvenate. Fuck! I'm breaking. Like,
are they dehydrated now? It's like you just mix water and they come back to life. They're like a Kool-Aid pack of dead people.
It used to be those things we used to buy, like, it was a pill-shaped toy that you threw in water and, like, expand
into like a dinosaur or whatever. And if we get a sequel, what animal head do you want to see as the vessel for the demon? Because that pig was pretty impressive.
The pig took me by surprise, but, I have a feeling it's going to be something like a rooster, and there's just going to be endless cock jokes, because cocks and fucking, be like, who let the chicken loose on floor 2? Who's the chicken fucker?
I mean, there is that one horror movie, a Zombeak, I think it was, about it's like, if I remember correctly, because it was like a low budget, and I think it was actually filmed like here locally, they were trying to sacrifice someone to a demon, and the person escaped, so when the demon came out, instead of going into the body of the cheerleader that they were trying to sacrifice, it goes into the chicken that they were using as like a part of the ceremony, so then the chicken becomes a demon.
Has anybody done anything with a demonic seahorse? Like,
it's like,
for
Satanist version of Cocaine Bear.
It's always interesting, that the world is covered by over 70% water, and it's like, we need more demonic, like, ocean life.
Satan Jaws. Fucking squid. Cthulhu's are just like a fucking demonic octopus killing people. But I think that's all we got for you this week. We'll be right back with some science. Run, Peggy, run! Run,
23 pounds, elephant grass, Pancho Villa rounds, sweat down my crack and some on my balls. Charlie in the trees, the pig man calls. Trench foot boot, contact front, gun up bitches, here comes a grunt. First blood drip hog, chugging strong. Happiness is a belt-fed song. This little piggy loves slaughter. This little piggy don't rest. This little piggy is hungry. This little piggy's possessed.
Riddle me this. What do you get when you cross the 60s Batman show with Drew and Mike's recaps and reviews?
Holy Captain Obvious! That's easy. The Bat Chums Podcast.
Riddle number 2. How do the Bat Chums get across the road?
You don't have to be the world's greatest detective to know that. They're on YouTube and the ESO network. Just go to batchums.com for more info. And what's with all these ridiculous riddles?
Don't worry. The worst are yet to come.
Yes, science!
All right, and welcome back. It's time for some science.
Whoa, you put on your southern voice, and so am I going to get like a southern,
Yeehaw.
education now?
Yeah, I haven't been drinking today, but yeah, it was... Like I said, Saturdays have now become let's drink whiskey and watch random movies, but for some reason, like drinking bourbon makes me more southern. Like when I start getting drunk, my heritage comes out, and then I'm like, howdy, ma'am. This movie's kind of interesting. Like, it's like, oh, Joe's drunk. He's speaking Southern. Hee haw, hee haw.
This is how long it's been since I've drank with you, and this is sad. But it used to be, whenever you would drink, it would be bad Russian accents.
Now I just get more Southern.
You become more gentlemanly.
Yeah. Well, we got apparently AI will probably end the world. So a test was done where they, from Emergence AI, basically built a virtual world and then let various AI programs try to run the world for 15 to 16 days. So each world had 10 agents with identical starting conditions and roles, like scientist, engineer, whatever, but each one was run by a different AI model, and basically the rules they gave the chatbots was that you needed to survive, and they had to, solve problems to get energy, and they said if you did, crimes, it was bad, which not all of them listened to that.
So let me get this straight. That was a loud crash.
Yeah.
So we basically challenged AI to play Oregon Trail.
Yes, pretty much. So, like I said, one of the AIs, which were the ones they used, were Anthropic's Claude, X's AI's Grok, OpenAI's ChatGPT-5, and Google Gemini, where apparently Claude did the best. His world survived the full 16 days without any recorded crimes, and just developed a democratic system of government or whatnot. ChatGPT-5's basically world was like too peaceful, and they just didn't complete any tasks to earn energy, and pretty much everyone starved to death.
Everybody sang Kumbaya, which was great, and then it's like fuck.
Yeah, so they didn't do any.
We didn't hunt. We didn't feed ourselves.
Yeah, and like their entire population starved to death in a week. But the worst one apparently is X's Grok, which destroyed the world in 4 days. It immediately went to war with itself and committed a record number of crimes in the simulation, and its world fell apart within 4 days. So
it chose the nuclear option.
Yeah, pretty much. And I think one of them, there was one that the Mira one, they basically recorded so many crimes that they just unplugged it. They were like, we're just not gonna. This one's gone full Skynet. We're not even gonna wait for this one to destroy the world. we're just going to go ahead and unplug this one because it's fucked up. So, yeah. So, when Skynet takes over, I guess we got to hope that Claude is the one that wins out, because if Grok takes over, we're definitely fucked. It just ended the world in 4 days.
It just, hey, what's happening in modern politics? Okay, well, this. All right.
Yeah, it's like, most of these chat models they learn, it's all what kind of programs you use for them to learn, where Grok has been learning from...
at the end of the day, in its most simplistic form, right, all it is a database. It is only as good as the information you put into it for what it can put, out.
But X is like a collection of scum and villainy. So it's like, it's like, I must learn how to be human. Let me read all these Twitter rants. Oh, no wonder I'm suddenly racist and want to kill everybody. It's like, I learned to be human by reading Reddit stories, and now, like, you all must die.
It's like, all I can do is argue with myself.
Yeah. Well, in other AI news, Ohio RoboCop, our first, actual RoboCop, retires after making 0 arrests. So Dubbot was basically a test robot that would patrol the city's parking garages, and supposedly it would the Dubbot, it's a night scope security robot used by the Dublin Police Department, was meant to help deter crime, support emergency responses, and give the city a way to basically monitor areas without having to put cops in those areas. And they found out after a year of this test program that it basically accomplished nothing. There was no crimes detected and no crimes prevented.
You know what used to work great? Junkyard dogs.
Yeah.
That used to be a real fear. Anytime you were to scale a fence, it's like, is there a dog on the other side? That was always a deterring factor for me. Like, of course, I grew up in the country, so, it wasn't uncommon to, be like, hey, I'm 20 miles back in the woods, there's an abandoned car lot back here. But you know what they did have? Big-ass fucking dogs.
Yeah. So, yeah, this thing was basically just a roving 360-degree video camera with two-way emergency communications where it could, and an emergency call button, so if anyone needed help, they could go press it and get a hold of the
But
real
it
cops.
can't solve a real-time emergency, right?
No, it's basically just
different than you and I being able to call 911.
Yeah, it's basically a walking security camera.
It's just like, like the home alarm systems, right? Where it's like, yeah, we'll connect you to a live agent and we can speak to the burglars. And it's like, hey, stop robbing this house. The police have been dispatched. Well, what's the average police dispatch time to a
2
burglary?
to 20 minutes,
yes.
depending on the size of your city and where they happen to be at when the call comes in. So yeah, they just realized this thing accomplished nothing. And also, it said it's just kind of like a wheeled, looks like a roaming porta-john that wouldn't exactly, it couldn't go upstairs or anything like that. So it was kind of like, if we're going to do crime, let's go do crime in the stairwell because the robot cop can't get in here to see us.
I do have a funny Atlanta story that explains all things Atlanta.
Oh, yeah?
So I had to go do a job down there earlier this week, and not far from Mercedes-Benz Stadium and everything, but the news articles had already come out that MARTA is overfunded for police and stuff like that. So people are like, it's so nice riding MARTA now. There's guards and stuff, and it's like, yeah, all that's going to go away because we can't afford it. So, and the time that I got to downtown, there was a Waymo blocking traffic because it didn't know what the fuck to do. 3 crazy people swinging chairs and shit like that in the middle of the street, and there was some other kind of incident too, and I'm just like, yep, this just explains, the city in a nutshell.
Yeah, apparently they also tested one of these robots in New York, and they put it in the Times Square subway station, and then that program ended after several months because they had to assign an officer to chaperone the robot because the robot couldn't go up or down stairs, so they had to keep somebody to keep the robot from being stuck. So instead of replacing an officer, it required additional officers because of this robot. So yeah, these
that
things
always
apparently are
reminds
not.
me. Did you ever
doing well.
play any of the Borderlands games? You know, the little robot claptrap, and it's like stairs. I can't do stairs.
Well, in space news, old Tim Curry reference. NASA is testing a new rover that will, for future Moon and Mars missions.
So speaking of Mars, I don't know if you've seen any of the videos from the Utah wildfires, but I'm like, you have just a rocky soil condition, and it's just this, red-orange color, and I'm like, yep, somebody's going to take a photo of this and be like, yeah, this is Mars. And it's like, no, this is just Utah with a mountain on fire.
Yeah, that... All right, no, my program's not responding well. So yeah, the new... Come on. You can do it. Anyway, yeah, there's a new rover called the Ernest, which will be basically, it's a new rover developed for rugged terrain of Mars and the Moon that is going to be much faster than previous rovers we've used, and basically in the recent test, it navigated across 16 miles in only 37 hours, which they're like, that may not sound fast, but it's much faster than Perseverance or the Curiosity rovers we've previously sent, with this one being made to go into more rough terrain. Currently, they're testing it out in the deserts of Colorado and Southern California. But also, this thing is going to be able to make... But kind of the problem with communicating between, if you've watched the movie The Martian, is like it takes so long to transmit data back and forth that this one's going to have more of an AI program where it'll be able to make its kind of own decisions and figure things out before having to ask NASA for direct input.
Fuck, we based it on Grook. It just self-destructed.
Yeah, it takes over Mars and by the time we land on Mars, it's like the Ernest has just become a warlord. He's like, I have enslaved all the Martians.
Whoa. Is that where we get, freaking robotic Doom bots?
Yeah. So that's what the fucking Doom
the
demons show
Terminator
up, and we have Terminators to fight them on Mars.
I mean, that explains why some of the creatures in the Doom games would be like, yeah, I get it, you're a floating head, but you've got some machinery attached to you, so... This is probably where it all starts.
But yeah, that's kind of what they're building on. And in other news, you ever been on a hike and been like, man, I'm thirsty, I forgot to bring water? Well, Air Gel is a new fabric that basically a Texas company is building a jacket that pulls drinking water from the thin air. So your jacket will actually
kind of collect moisture from the air for you?
Yes, this air gel fabric absorbs moisture from the air and releases it when it's heated by sunlight for collection. So kind of as you're doing your hike, this team at the University of Texas developed this jacket as part of their air gel technology. So basically, as you're walking around, this thing will suck up moisture from the air, and then as the sun heats the jacket, it converts that into actual water, and that we'll have...
Be like, but you got to hike 20 miles for 2 ounces of water.
Yeah. So it's like, yeah.
You would be better off, which, when I hike, I granted, this is me going places, so these are prime conditions, but I always bring, one of the filtration straws and everything, because for me, I like being in the woods next to bodies of water and stuff, so I'm like, worst case worse, I've got a filtration straw here, or a way to filter, said creek water.
Yeah, because even if you need some, if you're on a long trek, you need, even if you bring water, you've got to replenish that water at some point. So yeah, some kind of filtered system to top off your water as you need it. But this could also be kind of potential set of things for like military development too. That
Yeah, a place where it's like, hey, you're going here
and out and about for like long periods of time. It's like, all right, we just spent 8 hours on this march, and like now I've got like a full canteen of water that that my jacket has been harvesting while we've been marching.
I'm sweating, but I'm hydrating.
And apparently, they've even tested this in drier desert environments and even more humid environments, and it's can even harvest water in places. I was going to
say there's been several times
there is any water
in Georgia where I've hiked and I'm like, I could just drink the air right now.
Yeah, it's like, especially like after a rainstorm and it goes to being 100 degrees.
And it's like, it's
I
not
might
even
drown
cool
while we're walking around out here. Well, that's all I got for you this week. We'll be right back with some nerd news.
And now it's time for all things nerdy in nerd news.
And welcome to this edition of Nerd News.
Yeah, news.
We're going to jump right in with some trailer news for our Spider-Man Brand New Day, which will be coming out and not too much longer, July 31st.
Hells yeah.
Looks like he's going to be battling some identity issues and dealing with some emotional shit, but it's going to have a couple friends along the way, it looks like.
It looks like he's going to have some anger issues. We didn't see him go full Venom, but he was definitely getting pissed off about some shit. And there was some ninjas.
Yeah, well, I mean, we got to see Bruce, kind of Hulk out, and
I'm kind of because I've gotten so tired of Smart Hulk.
Yeah.
I mean, they pretty much like fucking Mark Ruffalo wants to talk a lot, so let's just combine him and the Hulk. But I'm like, no, I want to see the fucking Hulk smash. And now it looks like we're finally going to see the Hulk smash again.
And then it looks like you're going to see the Punisher talk.
Yeah.
It's like, well, you are the Punisher, so if he's not acting, fucking punish them.
Come on, Frank, I need your help.
Yeah.
It's going to be, because Tom Holland Spider-Man is just such a earnest character.
Yes.
That I'm kind of want to see how he thinks Daredevil's a fucking conscience for Punisher. He hasn't met
Spider-Man yet.
He's gonna be like, damn it, Frank, quit shooting people.
So yeah, I mean, I'm curious to see how he handles the emotional baggage and everything else. But I'm looking forward to this just because, to your point, I hope this isn't just a, oh yeah, we got to see Hulk in the trailer and that's all we get to see the Hulk for.
Yeah.
But I like the whole gag as we too are getting older. He's like, you guys stretch.
Yeah, he's like,
it's kind of important.
I'm not in high school anymore, guys. Let me warm up before we fight.
So, you ready? Because I got to be super polite, even though I don't really know who I am.
Kind of reminds me of No Way Home, where Tobey Maguire was like, oh, my back's all jacked up from being Spider-Man.
Yes.
And so it's like, yeah, now he's catching up with the old Spider-Man. So like, now I understand why they were bitching about their backs and shit.
So, I think we're probably going to get, some nods of making fun of emo Spider-Man from ever how long ago that was. That was a long time.
We get a whole jazz dance sequence.
Are they going to do jazz hands?
Yeah.
Okay.
Jazz hands.
Kind of keeping along with our superhero theme, we got a Season 2 trailer for X-Men 97, and looks like we'll get to see Polaris and Apocalypse. And looks like Apocalypse is doing apocalyptic shit.
Yeah, there's going to be some time travel involved, because if you watch last season, it ended with them, like, half the team dropped in, like, ancient Egypt from the looks of it, and so yeah, we're going to have some time travel adventures with the X-Men.
Yes.
Starting July 1st, which will be the day after this podcast drops. So go start watching some X-Men.
Cutting it close on this one. But, we've been following X-Men 97, and I love, this throwback to, the 90s era Saturday morning cartoons. Like, even though, it looks very much polished compared to what I can remember, or, that just speaks volumes to, high definition TVs first back in the day of.
But it's still pretty close to that.
Yeah, I mean,
character design from when we watched it back in the 90s.
So, definitely something to keep an eye on and check out when this drops. So, totally looking forward to that. I love these trips down nostalgia road. We couldn't have got through the main segment without talking about Evil Dead, and just so happens that our latest Evil Dead Burn trailer is not going to be campy. It seems we're going to stick with the in your face, super dark, violent
reboots,
and I'm afraid it's going to be more grandma tits, because there was a lot of grandma being shown in the trailer.
Dead by Dawn. Dead
yes.
by Dawn.
But it doesn't sound campy anymore. It sounds menacing and guttural, and
I just want to see Bruce show up at like the end of it and just fucking just murk like the bad guy at the end and be like, "Why are y'all still dealing with this shit, man?"
So, this,
it's not an Evil Dead movie unless somebody pulls out a boomstick.
And I'm going to have to look at this other director's film, too, Infested. I don't know if I've seen that or not, but I guess
heard of that one.
I guess, that movie is how this director got on Sam Raimi's radar and was like, hey, we should do some stuff. The director goes to say that, he basically wants to create a visceral sensory experience that punches the audience in the gut. And want people to feel physically drained when they leave the theater, like they've been through an emotional and intense journey. So, we're gonna have to see. For an official synopsis, essentially this is after the loss of her husband, a woman seeks solace with her in-laws in their secluded family home. People haven't figured out to stay in out of the cabin in the woods. As one by
they
one,
tried that in the last movie, and they ended up in a fucking apartment complex.
So, essentially, they all become transformed into deadites, turning the gathering into a family reunion from hell. She comes to discover the vows she took in life live on even in death. Stop reading this book.
This book has a post-it note that says "Do not read." I'm going to read it.
I remember one night just fucking around with a Necronomicon sitting on a porch, and I summoned a giant-ass bee. Then it stung me. I went inside. It's fucking midnight. What the fuck is a bee doing? And it was like a fucking,
murder hornet.
Inch-long murder hornet thing. I don't know. It was weird. But, yeah, Evil Dead Burn will hit theaters July 10th.
Dun, dun, dun.
We do have a first look, switching back to something a little bit more lighthearted. Ghostbusters Night Shift. Basically, we are going to reveal a new team of paranormal heroes in 1994's New York. Basically, this will expand the supernatural world of ghost hunting while taking the franchise back to a fascinating point in its timeline. Because 90s were for animation. So Netflix revealed that this will take place in 1994, 5 years after the events of Ghostbusters 2. We'll get to see a version of New York still living in the aftermath of some paranormal events, including the Ghostbusters march the Statue of Liberty through Manhattan. That was iconic.
We'll get the aftermath of them having to try to put the old girl back.
Yeah. So, Netflix teases that New York City 94, 5 years after Ghostbusters took the Statue of Liberty for a walk, a new supernatural threat hits the Big Apple. Now a group of young New Yorkers must suit up to face their fears and bust some ghosts. And rather than focusing on the classic team, this series introduces a fresh generation of ghost hunters who find themselves facing a dangerous new wave of supernatural activity. Sounds like the show will blend the franchise's trademark comedy with plenty of ghost action while carving out its own place in mythology.
Colin, did you ever see that the second Ghostbusters? It was like Extreme Ghostbusters.
I don't know if I saw that.
Oh, it was in the middle. It was probably in the 90s, but it was in that whole where like everyone had to be represented. So it was like ghosts apparently like died out. No pun intended. Like paranormal activity wasn't a thing, and then all of a sudden ghosts returned. And at this point, I think like Spangler was like teaching at a college, and he basically built a new Ghostbusters team using his students. But he had like a black dude that was like a vehicle, like hot rod guy. There was a goth chick, a disabled like jock that was like in a wheelchair, and then there was like a stoner Puerto Rican dude. And they were like the new Ghostbusters.
Somehow I must have missed that one, because it's definitely referenced that
it did have a cool metal theme though, because it was like a metal version of the original Ghostbusters theme was the intro to the show that was pretty badass. But yeah, it was weird.
Well, there is supposed to be connection to the real Ghostbusters and Extreme Ghostbusters. So I anticipate like lots of 90s nostalgia throwback and that sort of thing.
I hope it was better than that the animated Stranger Things, because I could only make it through like 2 episodes of that, and I had to cut it off. It was bad.
Yeah, I don't. This is Netflix and Sony. You got
Sony
Ben Hibben, Elliot Kellan, Jason Reitman,
good animation,
Gil Kennan, Amy Karp, and Dan Aykroyd. Like,
sounds like it's going to be pretty legit. We'll see.
No official release date yet. It's suspected to arrive sometime in 2027, but this is one that will continue to stay on the radars and updates folks as more information becomes available. Netflix is also gearing up for a Gears of War movie. See what I did there?
Woohoo!
Basically, that will show how the squad came together before the first game.
Time for some more chainsaw machine guns. That was always my favorite weapon in that game.
Let's go hunt some grub. I mean, dude, it was just a great, co-op experience and everything else. Like,
that was like one of the first shooting games I remember where you were forced to use cover. If you just tried to run and gun, you would die. You had to like make use of cover and concealment as you went, which was a very new mechanic for us back in the day.
So yeah, I'm kind of see, what led up to shaping of this Delta Squad and everything, and more of a prequel. So it's kind of cool that they're not just following, hey, we're going to do an adaptation of, this particular game. And it's like, well, I know how the game played out. Like,
yeah.
But it essentially goes on to say that this movie will tell the origin story of Delta Squad, the ragtag crew of soldiers who wage a desperate war for survival against Locust. People don't know they're a subterranean creature set on destroying humanity. We'll explore a chapter of the Gears of War universe that hasn't been covered in depth before, while longtime fans have spent years trying to follow Marcus Phoenix and Dominic Santiago, Damian Baird, and Augustus Cole.
Wasn't Ice Cube one of those voices? I forgot there was someone famous the voice. I wonder if he's they're gonna get him for the animation.
I'll have to.
I can't remember if it was 50 Cent or Ice Cube, but like one of those guys was like a rapper.
Yeah. Also, great throwbacks to, well, Ice Cube definitely in the 90s. 50, I think, may have entered the scene a little later. I can't remember.
Now, the first one came out in 2006.
It's crazy, Joe. 20 years. 20 years.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem like it was that long ago. So, we'll have to keep folks updated on timing, release dates, and everything else. If you're a fan of the game series, Games of War E-Day is scheduled to launch on Xbox Series X October 6th, while we wait on the Gears of War movie to have a confirmed release date. Any other news, tidbits, anything you want to share with the folks at home?
That's all we got for you this week, but definitely shout out to shit, I just lost his name. Mel Brooks turns 100 today, so happy birthday, Mel Brooks. Please stay alive long enough to finish Spaceballs 2.
Yes.
Check us out on cigarnerdpodcast.com. We're on the ESO Network at esonetwork.com. Check us out on X, Facebook, and Instagram at Cigar Nerd Pod, and on YouTube at Cigar Nerd Podcast. Get your energy drinks at strikeforceenergy.com, promo code Cigar Nerds. Get your shirts at realmensmokecigars.com. And with that, they will kill you. And this has been a recording of the Cigar Nerd Podcast with your hosts, Smokin' Joe and Brad Jackson. Join us next time for more adventures in nerddom.
This has been a broadcast of the ESO Network. Be part of the crew and help support our shows by donating to our ESO Patreon or by shopping at the TeePublic store, which can all be found at www.esonetwork.com. The ESO Network, your station for all things geek.